Oh, hello there. Thanks for joining us and welcome to the Eurogamer Newscast News Quiz of the Year 2022. As the video game industry begins to hibernate over the holidays, we're here still for one last look back at the headlines and the biggest news stories of the year so far. And of course, as we're all about games, we're going to be turning this into a bit of a game as well. Going head to head in the Eurogamer Newscast News Quiz of the Year 2022 are Eurogamer's faithful news elves. It's Elf Nightingale.
Oh God! Hi.
Like to be in Lord of the Rings.
It's
Elf
Victoria
Nightingale.
Kennedy.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I'm interested about how this is going to go now.
And it's Liv Ngan.
That's not
And I'm
fair.
Tom Phillips.
Merry
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us over what has been a very long and very busy year of news headlines. Not all of them about Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, but we've been there a few times. And that may pop up again today. Our contestants have no idea what to expect. But if you're listening or watching at home, do join in. The format is very simple. There will be 22 questions based on 2022, all about the news stories Eurogamer has reported on over the year. So if we've not reported on it, it won't be in this quiz. How much can you remember? We're about to find out.
I'd just like to point out that this has been sprung upon us today.
Yep.
It feels like an exam from the boss without any time to revise, and I'm not happy about this situation.
This is our
You
end of year
can't-
review.
You can't rise a quiz. No. Well, and anyway, like your work over the year was the revision in itself.
Yes. Yes, it was.
On top of that, our elves here will have a couple of bonus rounds to earn some extra points, but we'll get to those as they come up. At the end of it, we'll crown a winner, and they will win some bragging rights.
Oh.
So enjoy those.
And that's it.
And
Lastly, before we begin, it is worth pointing out that Ed and Victoria do have something of an advantage here. They've been it's been their jobs to know what's going on in video game news for the whole of this year, really. So, in the spirit of fair competition, Liv, have 5 points.
hang on,
Yes!
Ed's been here longer than me. I started in February.
Oh, that's like 1 month. That's nothing. Nothing happened in January.
That's like 5 more months than I had Victoria.
I want at least
Let
like
the
2.5
quiz begin.
points.
Wow.
Let's begin at the beginning, in January. For
I
question
wasn't
1.
here then, Tom.
Well, neither was I, Victoria.
Right, so Ed, you got this.
I don't. I can't remember.
And remember, we're writing down the question. We're writing down the answers, and then we'll go through them at the end. What is the exact figure Microsoft wants to buy Activision Blizzard for? This gets put in a lot of headlines, and it often gets rounded.
Oh,
But
I always round
there is a figure.
it.
Oh, I knew
How
this was gonna
specific
be
are
a
you
question.
expecting this to be?
It's a figure with 1 decimal point in the billions. How much does Microsoft want to buy Activision Blizzard for? A lot.
I always round it up, Tom.
Question number 2. In January, still, an Italian Senate meeting on transparent civil service was hacked to show CGI pornography of a video game character. Which video game character was it?
Is it just one?
It is, well, as
Oh, you're trying to go for a bonus here? Because I know what you're trying to do here, Ed. I know these mind games.
as Ed reported it, it was just one character in particular from this particular video game.
Do we get a point if we say
I
which
see
video
where you're
game?
going with that.
Because I think asking the video game series and even the game would be too straightforward. But we did report a particular character, and it's not it's not a spoiler to say these things are, these images are of a video game, female characters, and this was a female character that was broadcast into the Italian Senate meeting by people hacking into the live
Zoom
stream.
call, I think it was.
That was it. You do remember?
Just, it's all coming back to me now. Those images are scarred.
Can
on
you
my
believe
brain.
that was only that was January?
Some of the stuff that I found
God.
for this quiz, I'm like, I can't believe this all happened in this year. And like the Activision Blizzard stuff's been going on 12 months now. Anyway, one final question from January. A university researcher interviewed former Assassin's Creed developers about Ubisoft's original plan for how Assassin's Creed would have ended. I spoke with one of these developers to confirm the story. Where would the franchise have originally wound up? It would have seen players in a particular thing, on a particular thing. Eurogamer's headline for this was Assassin's Creed would have originally ended ... Where was that? Question number 4. In February, Nintendo hacking group money man Gary Bowser was told he would spend more than 3 years behind bars for crimes relating to piracy, on top of fines totaling $14.5 million, despite reportedly only earning about $320K for himself. What was the name of the company that he worked for, whose other members are still to face justice? And I'll give you a clue. It's Team something. If you were in the medieval ages, this could be your job title. Who did Gary Bowser work for? And it wasn't Doug Bowser. Question number 5. Still in February, Laura Mealy, EA's Chief Studios Officer, came out to try and explain why Battlefield 2042 had gone so wrong. There were a number of reasons, but she picked out another video game that released around the same time and said that video game was largely to blame for Battlefield's dismal sales. Which video game did EA say Battlefield was affected by?
Are we in February now?
This is a comment from Laura Mealy in February, but it relates to a video game that came out at the same time as Battlefield, which at the time EA said that was the reason that Battlefield didn't really sell very well. They've since come out and said, oh, it's because the game was really badly designed and we're going to rehaul it. But at the time, they were like, no, it's because that game came out and a lot of people bought or played that. I'll give you a clue. They're more likely to have played it rather than bought it because it was in a very popular subscription service.
Not the answer I have written down then. Okay, good to know.
Also not the answer I was thinking of.
It's not yeah, it raised eyebrows at the time. They were like, really? That game? Same genre, but okay, enough clues. Question number 6.
Tell us the name.
I can see your confused faces, and I'm trying to help, but I'm not going to give you any more than that. Question 6. In March, Elden Ring launched, and players spent hours banging on a fake wall to find out what was on the other side. How many times did you need to stand there and hit the wall to get through? I'll give you 3 options.
Okay.
Was it 20? Was it 40? Or was it 50 times to get through Elden Ring's fake wall?
See, now I was going to write 1,000.
That would be insane.
So...
You still can. Feel free. Go for it. You still can. Nothing's stopping you. You'll be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, also the wall doesn't exist anymore because they patched it out.
So it's definitely not
You can't
1,000.
do it anymore.
There are several other walls if you want to bang one 100,000 times.
Just pick a wall.
Pick a wall.
In
Any wall.
April, question number 7. In April, British Gas was criticised for telling customers to turn off their consoles and laptops and TVs to save money on energy bills, while British Gas bosses saw massive profits. And it's good to know that nothing has changed. But how did British Gas refer to these devices? They gave them a bit of a funny phrase. They called them consoles. If it helps, Eurogamer had a fun picture for
No,
the
because that's
article.
why I remember the article because of the picture. Don't tell them that.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
You wrote it.
I did, yep.
I did. I remember it very well.
Yeah, I remember you writing that.
This is before my time. I don't remember this.
You've already got 5 points. Shush.
Oh.
Yeah, take one.
Question number 8. In June, it was reported that it could cost tens of thousands of dollars to fully upgrade your character in the free-to-play Diablo Immortal. But how much was it that you would have to pay to fully upgrade your character that we reported? And again, I'll give you 3 options. Was it $48,000 to fully upgrade your Diablo Immortal character? $78,000 or $88,000? 48, 78, 88. Moving on, in July, Netflix released its Resident Evil series to absolutely scathing reviews. A particularly awful moment saw one of its teen characters casually talk about enjoying Disney porn, but specifically about which Disney movie in particular.
Oh my gosh, I can remember
hell?
it. I remember
this. I remember pitching this story.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'm just sitting here looking at porn. What? What did you just say?
Oh my gosh,
How
I
do
can
I not
picture
remember
the
that?
scene that they're
Disgusting!
in. They're in like a quite white kitchen and it's the child. Oh my gosh.
So pick a Disney film with hot characters.
I mean, they're all hot characters, dude.
Well, then I'm interested to hear which one you decide to go for. Ed.
Well,
It's all about that Robin Hood fox.
Oh, he is a sexy.
I
fox.
mean that was on my
Stop
mind.
giving away the answers. Because yeah, that's definitely it's
Could be
definitely
Robin Hood.
correct. Definitely correct.
Question number 10. For which game did players hold elaborate in-game funerals in July? They were like processing round with a coffin, posing in front of gravestones. It's all over Twitter. Which video game were people mourning with in-game funerals in July? Question number 11. We're halfway through already. It seems a long time ago now, but back in July, we were complaining about a sustained heat wave with temperatures here in the
If
UK
only.
up to 40 degrees. Wow,
Yeah,
that,
Sat under a
times.
blanket.
that would be nice now, wouldn't it? Nintendo issued a warning over the use of their Switch in high temperatures. What is the highest temperature Nintendo advises you use your Switch in? And again, there's 3 options. Is it 33 degrees, 35 degrees, or 38 degrees Celsius? At what point should you turn off your Switch, says Nintendo, if it is getting too hot? You should have a lower temperature at the moment.
I've just remembered the Disney thing, I think. Sorry.
Right, we're halfway through, so let's take a break and mark what we have so far. Be honest. We can't swap papers or anything like that. But we'll go through and we'll see how you are all doing. In January, Microsoft wanted... Anyone want to hazard a guess?
68.9.
Oh, that's so close.
What is it?
No, hang on.
Anyone
So
else?
we always round it to 69.
Yep.
So
Oh, I was right at 70.
I thought round up. So I've gone 68.7 billion.
That is the correct answer.
Oh my god.
Oh, 68.9. Come on.
Nope, sorry. Liv, what did you get?
I was way off. I knew it was 0.7, but I couldn't remember like how much it was before. So I was on 43.
I got it. I gets the point.
Can I get like a half point for the 68?
I can't believe I just
No.
got...
Can I get the other half of 0.7?
No. Liv, you're on 5. It's fine.
Yeah, you're already winning.
Is it so you're, five's like, anyway.
Question number 2. Anyone know which character was broadcast into the Italian Senate?
Tifa.
It was Tifa.
It was Tifa.
It
Yep.
was Tifa.
Points all
Technically
round.
Cloud.
You don't get an extra point.
Okay.
Question number 3. Does anyone remember where... This is back when Assassin's Creed was going to be just a trilogy. And Ubisoft was... Patrice Désolé was saying that they were going to wrap up the series and put
What's a good
them...
name?
Where was it going to be? Anyone remember?
I've made a complete guess.
I think it was space.
I'm going
On
to
a
give you that because
spaceship?
it was on a spaceship, so you would be in
Yes,
space.
I've got spaceship
Oh.
/ in space written.
I put
I
space.
put on the moon.
I put space.
Victoria, I'll give that to you, Victoria, as well,
Okay, thank you.
but
You
not
to
on the
be in
moon.
a spaceship on the moon.
Well, because you could be on the in a
Hello.
moon base, I suppose.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
not sorry.
I was like...
On a spaceship.
Something silly and outlandish. On the moon. I didn't actually think that would be close.
Because the Assassin's Creed series
Oh, here we go.
includes it's all about the precursor race and the original plan.
If you're
and I
thinking
think
of
still
getting
the
a
plan
snack, go
is that
do
they're
it now.
aliens.
Gonna have a good drink of tea, rehydrate while you chat.
Yeah, same.
Question number 4. Does anyone remember what the team was called that Gary Bowser belonged to?
I put Team Blacksmith because you used to think about medieval times.
See,
That's what I guessed.
I put Team Jester because of medieval times.
Oh.
It was Team Executor.
What a silly name.
Spelt with
first-
an X.
My first answer was
that's
Team.
X.
Executor.
Oh no, that makes it. Okay, so not Team Blacksmith then. I suppose.
Definitely not.
I also put Team I don't have a clue, but then you gave a medieval clue and then I put Team Blacksmith.
Question number 5. Who did EA say, or which game did EA say scuttled the chances of Battlefield 2042? Anyone want to... Did anyone know?
No, but I was
No.
trying to remember because I'm sure it came out at the tail end of last year, and then you mentioned not buying it, so I thought, well, it must be on Game Pass, so I've said Halo Infinite.
Is the correct answer.
That's what I went for as well.
I put Overwatch. Because that's really old. Oh well.
It seems odd to look back on now because Halo, I would say, has also not had a particularly great year. But apparently it had a good enough start that EA blamed it for Battlefield's failure, which was la lol. Question number 6. In March, Elden Ring launched with its fake wall. Who put 50 times? Is that everyone? Yeah, you all got the point. Well done.
I mean, I did also
I was
put 1,000
undecided.
times.
I was undecided between 50 and 40, and I chose the right one.
Yes, you did. In April, British Gas was criticised. What was its name for those consoles and devices?
Vampire consoles, right?
Vampire was right.
Oh,
I've
don't
written
give me that
energy
look.
vampires.
Anything with vampires is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was not close at all. I
What
went
did
for
you put?
household appliance.
I mean, I'm sure they maybe referenced that somewhere in the article.
Technically correct, but also no. How much would it cost to upgrade your character in Diablo Immortal? What did you guys put?
78.
I
I
also
went
said
78.
88 was the answer.
Ooh.
That's a lot of money.
That is a
That's bizarre
lot
though,
of
that we're like
money.
all on the same wavelength. We all went 78.
Well, see, my thinking was
Go for the middle
Tom
ground.
went for the 50 in the previous one, which was the high end, so he wouldn't do that again, surely. So that's why I went for the middle one this time.
That is why I did that.
strategy.
I was trying to like psychoanalyze Tom.
Right, well, let's psychoanalyze Ed. Which Disney movies have you put down for your sexy characters referenced in Resident Evil?
So I genuinely have no clue. Like, I don't remember this story at all. So I've just gone for sexy Disney film, The Lion King.
Oh, Simba.
No.
Adult Simba,
Interesting.
I should say.
Because that makes all the difference when we're talking about animals.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa! Yeah.
Move
Can't wait to
faster.
see- Yep, that's... I was going to say a really inappropriate joke.
Victoria, what did you put down? I think Liv has got it.
Zootopia.
Is the correct answer.
Yes!
Zootopia?
I remember it having
Yeah.
Is that a
animals
Disney
in it.
film?
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Oh, God.
It's on Disney Plus. And
Do you wanna... I mean, not the porn, just the
Yeah.
cartoons. It's on Disney Plus.
enjoy it. Where were people holding elaborate in-game funerals?
Red Dead.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, crap. I put Minecraft.
No, Red Dead. After a year of no updates, Rockstar announced that
Of
it wouldn't get
course.
any more updates, and so everyone was very upset.
Oh, I took that question far too seriously.
What funerals have you been hosting in Minecraft? And whose?
No, there was I've now forgotten his name, but the guy who has like the pig symbol, and he died.
Oh,
And then people
yeah.
were mourning him in the game. That's where my mind went.
Oh,
that's a good answer. It's the wrong
YouTuber
answer.
streamer
Thank
person.
you.
But it's a good
It was
answer.
at least well thought out.
Now I
Yeah.
feel bad that I was mocking your Minecraft answer.
Don't. It's fine.
Sorry, Elf Nightingale.
Feel bad, but also, I mean, feel
Feels
good
like
that you
I
got a point.
Yeah, all right.
So, life's about balance.
And finally, for this first half, Nintendo's Switch top temperature. What is the top temperature, do you all reckon?
I've gone with 35.
I went 38.
I went 38.
Liv and Victoria are right.
Who run the world? Girls!
You
You
would
can
do
enjoy-
the same answer 3 times in a row. You would do the top answer 3 times. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one I just remembered. That wasn't... I didn't have to do my psychoanalysis, which was wrong on Tom this time. So,
You can use it for those extra 3 Celsius all the way up to 38.
if it's 38 degrees, though, do you really want to be sitting playing your Switch?
No.
Mm.
Although I would sit next to a radiator right now, turn up to 38 and just fall asleep.
Gladly, yeah.
Gotta finish the quiz first.
Indeed. We're halfway through, so it's time for the first of our 2 special bonus rounds. This one is on Eurogamer pun straplines. I've got 5 for you, taken from reviews that we've published throughout the year. You just need to identify the name of the game that the review strapline belongs to.
Oh my
I like
god.
this.
There are 5.
And there are 5. To make things a little bit spicier, we're not going to be writing these down. Just shout out your answer if you've got one. 1 guess each per answer. Fastest first, but be correct.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Are you ready? Squid Game.
Splatoon 3.
Bing! 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 No, I binged!
There are no bings. There are no bings.
Splatoon!
Ah!
Ed gets the point.
I knew it though, and I binged.
We never
I got
discussed
it just
things.
before
There were no
before
bings.
Ed said it, I got it. Ah.
That
Just shout
quote
it
was
out.
Mine, Nightingale.
Number 2.
Oh, my heart rate's really racing.
Same.
Blood Moon.
Oh my gosh, this is quite a recent one. This is a really recent one. Because I remember this.
Vampire Survivors.
Incorrect. Liv and Victoria, you have
Callisto?
your guess remaining. Is correct.
Yes!
Is it? Wow.
It was a Vicky pun.
I was nowhere close.
That was probably the toughest of these.
Thank you.
Number 3. Diner Dash.
Diner or Dino? Like, rawr.
Diner.
Kirby's, not meat feast, sorry, Kirby's.
Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Is correct, Liv.
No, I want meat feast.
You can't get Meat Feast. That's not the answer.
I knew that it was Kirby's Dream Buffet.
Going mouthful mode on a meat feast.
I knew it was Kirby.
I
Can I
need
get
that
half
game.
a point, please?
I
Can I
need
get
that
half
game.
a point?
No. Kirby's Veggie Volcano. No.
Kirby's
Although-
Diner with different pizza toppings. That's what this is.
Can I please get half a point for Kirby? Because I knew it wasn't Meat Feast, as I said. Meat
That wasn't even
Feast.
the only Kirby game out this year.
I know.
Consider it an assist, Victoria.
Sorry.
At least you didn't go for Kirby's Hawaiian.
Oh,
True. No one likes pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple on pizza.
You almost have a point deducted for that, but let's move on.
Yes! Yes! Do it!
Number 4. This is an easy one. So it's just going to be a matter of who shouts it out first. Rats Entertainment.
Requiem!
A Plague
Plague
Tale
Tale.
Requiem.
Plague Tale Requiem!
Ed!
No! No!
That's the name of the game.
But it's Plague Tale Requiem. Plague Tale is the series.
Full title.
It's a Plague Tale Requiem.
Full title.
I mean, it's there in the review. It's there on Wikipedia.
I'm sorry. I am not happy with this. I have now...
Good.
I didn't say anything because I thought Victoria would get the point for Requiem. Just putting it out there.
I
Well,
should have got the point for Requiem.
You snooze, you lose. Number 5, last one. Chance to redeem yourselves.
I don't need to redeem myself. I'm doing well.
This is also quite an easy one, so I think, again, it's just going to be who can say it first. And again, it's the full game name. Liken What I See.
Oh, the Resident Evil Village! Oh no, that's no, because that was last year.
That's incorrect. That's not it.
But it has got lichens in it. Because I wrote about it and I said I'm liking it. Wolfenstein?
Victoria, literally, you have one guess.
Also, there was no Wolfenstein game this year, was that?
I'll give you a clue. Victoria's right. It's to do with lichen, and it's lichen as in Lichen.
Yeah.
What games had lichens in though?
Yeah.
It's a synonym for lichen.
What?
I like the fact you started this with this is an easy one. Overall.
You will kick yourselves. Okay, this is
Wait.
probably.
I'll go. Okay, I'll try Vampire Survivors for this one.
That's incorrect.
Right, it's something with werewolves. What the hell
It's
can I
not.
see with werewolves? No?
Final clue. It's a PlayStation VR game.
Oh! I think I get it now.
I still
Damn.
don't. I mean, again, Resident Evil Village would work.
Well, I think I get it.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds, Ed, and then I think we have to move on. Otherwise, we're just waiting for you to eventually guess it and get the
I
point.
cannot think of a PlayStation VR game right now.
It was Moss Book 2.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, I was going the wrong lichen.
With the cute little mouse.
the mouse.
What's that got to do with lichens?
Because
Moss.
moss
Like-
is
like-
lichen.
like-
Moss and the
lichen.
lichen.
As a
That's why
or a
you had-
lichen.
My
that's-
mind went for werewolves completely.
went
and
That's
was
why
like,
you spelt it.
It's like lichen.
Yeah.
That was confusing.
Well, would you like to know the scores?
I mean, morally, I'm winning.
Morally, Victoria, you're not in last place.
Actually, I am.
No. Ed at the moment is on 7. Victoria is on 8. And Liv is on 13. I'm starting to think that those 5 points were maybe a mistake.
Yeah.
that was.
as well.
Let's move on.
This was my secret plan all along.
Can I just say I got really overexcited and I threw my pen somewhere, so can I just quickly find a pen?
Yes. You will need a pen. So there's 11 more questions to go, covering the second 6 months of this year, the second half. And if we're all ready, let's crack on. In August, this is question number 12, PlayStation announced its shock PlayStation 5 price hike. Boo. After the extra £30 was slapped on, what is the cost of a standard, that's with a disc drive, PlayStation 5 in the UK now? How much does a PS5 cost in the UK now to buy?
If I just put money, do I get a point?
Money can be exchanged for goods or services. And I'll be kind on this one because we normally round it up to the pound. So you can round it up to the pound, or you can do $9.99 price. Either one. Question 13. Still in August, Eurogamer tipped off Microsoft to a God of War ripoff on the Xbox store. What was it called?
Oh no.
What was the God of War ripoff on the Xbox store called? Question number 14. At the end of August, Elden Ring began, or Bandai Namco, I suppose, taking action against players with unauthorized items in their inventories. Which famous pair of pants did this include?
Oh no, what are they called?
I know what they're called. I think.
Oh,
I just
hate you for
remember-
that, Tom.
Could I shout out the strap for this one because it was really funny? It was a
Yes.
thong of ice. Was it a thong of ice and fire?
That's the one. That's it, Tom.
Okay, this has put an odd idea in my mind for what the answer is now.
Interesting.
I can picture them. I can't remember what they're called.
This isn't the
pretty
picture round.
I'm pretty sure I've got it, and if I haven't, then I don't know where I've got this from, which is
I'm
worrying.
blaming my answer on the strap.
Okay. You can make a joke there. I'm not going to. Question number 15.
Tom.
In September, Rockstar suffered a devastating leak of in-development Grand Theft Auto 6 artwork and game files, and a 17-year-old suspect from Oxfordshire was arrested. But this wasn't their first run-in with the law. Earlier this year, the teen's father was interviewed by the BBC after being arrested, and when his son was charged with being a multi-millionaire cyber criminal. What did the dad say in response? Just generally. Was their dad saying, you know, oh no, like, little Timmy is a good boy, really? He said something. He basically said we're going to do something, which he clearly did not do.
It doesn't have to be verbatim, right?
Not this question, no.
Oh, curious.
Question number 16. In September, the death of Queen Elizabeth II interrupted which video game broadcast? Or impacted?
Oh.
It's probably better to say. Queen Elizabeth II died in September. Which video game news broadcast, or which games broadcast did this interrupt? Question number 17. In October, Konami splurged a series of Silent Hill game reveals, including the long-rumoured Silent Hill 2 remake, No Code's Silent Hill Townfall, the mysterious Silent Hill F. On Silent Hill F, its developer is Neobard's Entertainment. Which Resident Evil game did they previously help develop?
Well, there's more than one.
Which multiplayer Resident Evil game did they
Oh,
previously help
that's making it
develop?
too easy. That's making it way too easy.
I
Damn,
didn't
I knew
realise there
that.
was more than one.
All right.
And actually, I often think about this game. Well, I don't often think about this game. I don't think many people often think about this game. But when this game comes up in news articles and things, it's so forgettable that I have to go look at the name of it to try and
I
remember
can picture it. I actually can't remember the name.
what the name
But
is.
I know exactly what it is.
It's a very generic kind of name. So what is that name? Question number 18. In October, Ubisoft Vaporware Beyond Good and Evil 2 overtook the previous Guinness World Record holder to become the longest game in development. What was the appropriately named previous record holder for the longest game in development? You could say this game had been in development forever.
Taking a random guess. Let's hope it proves fruitful.
Moving on. Number 19. Also in October, it was reported that retailers were still selling copies of a game that no longer existed. What game was that?
Oh, I can't remember.
And as a clue, in October was also the month that that game
We don't need to give them clues.
went out of existence.
I remember this happening, but I can't remember what the game is.
Well, you can take those 5 points and you can think on it a little bit longer.
I'm so
You can
pleased
take,
those 5 points
you know,
happened.
Kirby's Meat Mode, or whatever I called it, as well.
Meat feast.
Kirby's Meat Mode.
Question number 20. This is
Oh.
earlier when I was like, some of these you're gonna enjoy. This is the one I was thinking about. In November, everyone's favorite tall lady, Maggie Robertson, revealed her God of War Ragnarok character. Who is that
Yes,
character?
I
Do you
take
want
it
the
you want
exact
the full
name?
name.
The name, but you don't need to spell it properly.
Oh.
Really.
I don't know.
As
I
long
haven't
as when
played
you
it.
pronounce it, it sounds similar to what I copied and pasted out of Victoria's news article. Penultimate question. It's a fortnight question, but there's only one in the entire quiz. So let me have this. Earlier this month, Fortnite's new chapter began with the inclusion of Geralt and Doomslayer. But which of these has Fortnite not collaborated with this year? A goat from Goat Simulator, Pac-Man from Pac-Man, Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil, and the Among Us crewmates from Among Us. Which of those is not in Fortnite? A goat from Goat Simulator, Pac-Man, Leon S. Kennedy, looks good in a jacket, and the Among Us crewmates. What can't you spend money on in Fortnite? And the final question. We've made it to the very end. Question number 22. Last week's Game Awards were interrupted by a stage crasher who took the mic from Elden Ring director Hidetaka Miyazaki. They said, I want to, as close as you can, please write down what they said next. I want to blank. What was that blank? If you get this spot on, you'll get 2 points. If you get it relatively close, I'll give you the point. There's a specific person that should definitely be in there. Right, that is it. That is it. The second half of the quiz is done. Let's go through the answers. How are you guys feeling about your chances?
Very stressed.
Oh,
Ironically,
Most
I think the
stressed I've felt all
second,
year.
I think the second half is worse than the first half for me, and that's when I was working here.
Lucky 5.
I'm not sure what
Yeah.
that says about the past 6 months that you've been employed at Eurogamer, but okay.
I have words written for each question, so yay.
That is a start.
The first one's a number though, so
Well, I just put in brackets round up. So actually, if you see, I don't know if you can see, it says round up there. So I have actually got words written for all questions.
very nice.
How much do we all think a PlayStation 5 now costs in the UK with Sony's August tax applied?
I've rounded up to 280. 280 if we're being like pedantic.
I wish
Okay.
it cost 280.
Yes.
Isn't it the disc version?
This is the disc version, yeah.
So yeah, I was trying to work backwards as to like, well, what would it have been before the 30, and then add that on. I've gone for 450, thinking it was 420.
Liv, what about you?
I thought it was. I thought it was in the 500s. I've gone 550.
Liv and Ed, you kind of split the difference. It was 450. It's now 480
I got
Damn it.
80.
or 479.99 to be precise, which is a lot of money.
Too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah.
I had the right thought process at least.
Look forward to spending more than that again on a PlayStation VR 2 next
I
year.
knew it got rounded up to 80. Something. I just was £200 off.
Hey, if you know where to buy PlayStation 5s for 280, let me know. I'd buy a truckload. Question number 13. What was the name of the God of War ripoff? What did you all put down?
Zeus, God of War Child, is what I've got.
I've written son of Zeus.
I've
Liv?
got Zeus War of Child.
Oh, yeah, actually, I've got Zeus, War of Child. I like genuinely, just in case it is right.
They're all very close, but it was War Gods, Zeus of Child.
I couldn't remember it.
It was just like they threw a load of words and saw it stuck.
It was like, what's the Google SEO name that we can scramble and still get some like store searches, but also not get sued by Sony. I think in the end they probably did get sued by Sony anyway. What were the pants called in Elden Ring?
This
The
is
forbidden
the
pants.
most annoying question.
Deathbed Smalls.
Oh, damn it!
Is that it?
That is correct.
I knew it had Smalls, and I wrote Royal Smalls, and I was like, I know that's wrong, and I can't think what it is. Oh, I hate you.
Liv, did you get it?
No.
Who are you directing that hatred at?
If it makes you feel better, Ed, if it makes you feel better, I guessed G-string.
Cheese string?
Because Victoria said thong was in the strap.
A thong of ice and fire.
I don't like this game.
The Elden Ring G-string.
Question number 15. What did the naughty teenager's dad say to the BBC?
We're going to try and keep him away from the computer.
That is spot on.
Yes!
I said we'll take his PC away.
Yeah, go on then. It's Christmas.
Okay, well,
Hang on,
I said
no.
I said we'll stop letting him go on the computer.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
got
that's
it
fine.
verbatim. Can I get like a bonus point for that?
I mean, it was, we're going to try to stop him from going on computers. But you will get the point.
I'm being very competitive right now. I'm
Number
quite aware.
16.
I'm getting quite red.
I'm pretty sure you all got this. The name of the game that Queen Elizabeth's death interrupted Nintendo's broadcast for was
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah.
Tears,
Oh,
not
see, I wrote
tears.
Nintendo Direct because you said which presentation, and it was a Nintendo Direct.
All right, have a point.
Hang on, you're being a lot more lenient than you were on my quickfire Kirby.
Yeah, that's because Ed's lagging behind. He needs help.
Wow. Also, you didn't specify which game. You just said which broadcast, and it was a Nintendo Direct.
No.
So
I mean, I
that's
do
correct.
believe
I'm
Liv and I
pretty
both
sure.
wrote Legend of Zelda: Tears
Yeah,
of the Kingdom.
Tears of the
so,
Kingdom. I'm pretty sure I heard Tom say
The
actually
question
put the game.
was, in September, the death of Queen Elizabeth II interrupted which video games announcement broadcast?
I did not hear that. Next.
Which game did the Silent Hill F, which Resident Evil multiplayer game did the Silent Hill F developer previously make?
Reverse.
Is it not Resistance?
It is Reverse.
Oh, I went for the wrong one. Damn it.
In October, Beyond Good and Evil 2 overtook Duke Nukem Forever. Who got that?
Oh my
I
god, I was thinking Duke Nukem,
Yes,
but then I was like, no, I don't
was-
think it is that.
I thought it was Duke Nukem 3D at first until you said it went on forever, and then I was like, wait, it can't be 3D then.
See, you threw me, and I've got Eternal, Eternity, Eternless. I don't know these games, but
If it was one of those, were you just hoping that you could just scribble out all of the ones that weren't it, and
no.
one of them would be right? It was Duke Nukem Forever. In October as well, retailers were still selling which game that no longer existed?
Overwatch.
It was gone.
Overwatch.
Oh my gosh.
It was Overwatch.
Overwatch. Of course it was Overwatch.
It was
I was like-
all over. Watch. Who does Maggie Robertson play in God of War Ragnarok?
The
I have
final
put-
Berserker, but I do not know the name.
I put Berserker, Helheim, Svartalfheim, Anger Maiden.
I'm going to give Ed and Victoria the point. Because I think you know who they are. Their
Yeah.
actual name is Skiothendi the Unerring.
Oh wow.
I mean, I nearly wrote Dimitrescu, but written differently, just for the lols.
In a fancy font.
Dimitrescuheim.
Who can't you buy in Fortnite? What did you guys put?
I went Amogus.
I went Leon Kennedy.
I went with one, and you've both said it, so I'm curious to see what the answer is now.
That's not how this works, Victoria.
Yeah,
What did you
got
put,
to give your
Victoria?
answer.
Okay, I put Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon is right. You cannot currently buy Leon, but it is heavily rumored that when the Resident Evil 4 remake comes out, Leon will debut, and I will absolutely be buying him. Final question. What did the lovely stage crasher say when he got on stage? Ed, what did you put?
I put. I'd like to thank Bill Clinton for this nomination.
I would like
Which
to
I know is not
nominate
exact,
this award
but-
to my Semitic hero, Bill Clinton.
Hero.
I don't think Semitic was the right word, but
Hero.
he said something along those lines. What was
Liv, what
Semitic?
did you put?
I've got dedicate this award to Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank
That's the
you.
full-
But he said I want to nominate because he cocked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Def-
I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. I'm going to give Liv 2 points there because she got that
Can I
name spot on, and
get
everyone else
I got
gets one.
nominate? But I said nominate it, and because he
I
was
also
going
got nominated.
he
But
said
you
I
didn't
was
get
nominated.
Reformed
So we'll both get
Orthodox
1 point.
Rabbi, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
I
was
knew
the
there
guy.
was more to the Bill Clinton.
To
bit,
give
I
him
couldn't
his
remember
full
exactly.
proper title.
You both get a point, Ed and Victoria, and
Semitic
Liv
hero.
gets 2. Would you like to know how you're all doing?
I
No.
don't think I do.
Ed is on 14 points. Victoria is on 16 points. Liv is on 18. And it's actually narrowed. There's only 2 points in between each of you guys, and one final bonus round to decide it.
I still think I deserve some points for Kirby's Meat Mode. And Requiem.
No.
The more times you say it, the further away the answer's going to be from yes for that.
For
Wearing
5
them
points,
down.
Oh no.
Is this shouting out again?
to win the quiz,
Oh God.
Oh.
because if Ed gets 5 points, then he has 19.
You did this on
and-
purpose. You did this on purpose and made it 5
You just
points.
see what the difference was, and that is what this point is going to be.
For 5 points. It's a drawing round.
Oh no.
You have 1 minute. I would love to see your best reproduction of the Eurogamer logo.
How much of it? How much of it? Like just like with the word?
Like the globe? With Victoria's already started.
I thought we all had. Sorry, we were allowed
wait,
to go.
Are we starting? Has
I was
time
going to give
started?
you a let's get going, but yeah, the Eurogamer globe logo. Off you go. You got 1 minute. And this is for 5 points. So Ed would be on 19, Victoria would be on 21, Liv will be on 23. But whoever wins this round will win the quiz. Eurogamer's Newscast News Quiz 2022.
Suddenly realizing how little I actually know about the world.
I've essentially asked you to draw a map of Europe in a circle.
I was actually going to try and like charm you, and I've also drawn an orange.
You're wasting time here, Victoria. You could be drawing.
Oh dear.
No, I know not to waste time drawing an orange. Thank you.
Right, I'll do a second one then.
You've got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds to win the quiz. And all of those bragging rights. 10 seconds left of dead air for me to fill in this questionably decided final round for some people, especially who will be listening in podcast form, who will not be able to see any of the drawings that you're making.
To be fair, I think that's maybe the best place for what I've done.
And time. That's it. That's more than a minute. All right, everybody, pencils down. Hold up your Eurogamer logos
I don't think you
and
can
embrace
see
your destiny. Ed, I'm gonna go clockwise for my screen. Ed's drawn what looks like a pizza.
it. Well, I was
and-
aiming for an orange.
And actually,
Segmented.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good for Europe. Yeah, Victoria, could you hold us a little closer to the camera?
Oranges,
Ranges.
Very
This
clever.
is oranges.
It just says ranges.
Ranges.
And then quite a good Europe. It looks a little bit like Europe in a goldfish bowl, but it's a good Europe. And then Liv, could you hold yours a little closer to the camera again? That's yep.
The Britain's there. The rest
The
of
UK
Europe, I don't
The
know what
UK
happened.
coloured in looks like we've sort of just been burnt, and the rest of Europe.
I think it looks like a
Less
little
so.
chess piece,
But-
like a pawn.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 5 points to you all for all of your lovely drawings.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
Which means, Ed, congratulations, 19 points. A very respectable score for the Eurogamer Newscast News Quiz of the year 2022. Victoria, 21 points. An equally respectable score, I would say. But Liv, congratulations. You've pipped your way to first place with 23 points. And you are the winner of the Eurogamer Newscast News Quiz of the year 2022. Congratulations, Liv.
I don't want to say I'm a
Thank
bad
you.
loser or anything, but
Absolutely
mean-
fuming.
My camera is pretty low res, so or rather this stream is, so they were all equally blurry. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your pictures. Thank you if you've been watching and you've made it this far. If you've been listening, apologies for those last 5 minutes. I don't know what you were doing then. You're probably switched off by now. But yes, it's been a pleasure to talk about the news with you over the last 12 months. And our weekly sit-downs and chats have always been a bit of a highlight. So thank you for listening. And a big thank you to Ed, Victoria, Liv, and everyone else who's appeared on the Eurogamer Newscast this year. It's been a funny old year. It's been a very busy year, as I think we've seen in the quiz. A lot has happened, but a lot more will happen next year, I'm sure, and we'll be there with you for that. So, one final time, Ed, if you can muster it, maybe you can't.
I'd give this quiz a no badge.
We're not doing that.
I'd give it an avoid.
Liv, what would you give it?
It's got to be an essential from me.
Well, it's an essential for me too. Therefore, we'll go with a recommended. There we go.
Split the middle difference.
Ed, where can people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at ed_knights with an N.
Victoria, how about you?
I've done that thing where I've forgotten. I was about to say it's Victoria Kennedy, and it's not.
It's Little Chop Shop Gal.
It is Little Chop Shop Gal. Thank you.
And Liv, how about you?
I am at Just Cast Holy.
And I'm at Tom Phillips EG. Tom Phillips EG. It's been a long year. We're going to go
You can
get
also
some rest.
find him under Biased Quizmaster and
Exactly.
This went exactly as I hoped. We'll see you in 2023, everyone. Have a very safe, warm, and fun Christmas. Goodbye.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Christmas.
Bye.